Hello, this is Cheryl with Compass for Your Life, and Mark and I wanted to share with you our little visit that we had to Manhattan, Kansas. Manhattan is a college town, as you can see here. We just kind of wandered around over the weekend and enjoyed ourselves. Aggieville is next to the college. It's named after the old ball team from the 1900s. It was an agricultural college, Aggieville. It's a really interesting little neighborhood. We just liked the artwork in the alleyway here. Most of the neighborhood is food and drink. Being close to a college, that's kind of the thing that most college kids are interested in. And I just kind of liked the name of this one, and I kind of got a kick out of Toby, so I took pictures of the two of those. We ate at Nico's, and it's definitely worth stopping by. They have fabulous food, and this is half portions, guys. You will not be hungry when you leave. And Mark convinced me to try this when we were walking by.
My name's Sydney. If you have any questions, you can kind of holler at me. I'm the only one not in the orange, so just find somebody.
Okay.
Our scoreboard's up here. You can kind of go through that. We have it till 5:30, an hour and a half. Sure. We kind of have 10 frames on here like bowling, but you can kind of choose to do your scores how you want. We don't really have rules on that. You guys can. A lot of people do like best 1 out of 2, best 2 out of 3, add them up, kind of whatever you want to do. Some of our safety rules, we don't want you touching the blade of the axe. The axe does bounce back, don't try and catch it. They usually don't fly back at you, but they can kind of bounce because the handle is rubber. This big line up here is more of a safety line for us. It's not like a foul line. So you can step over it and do whatever you need. We just don't want you starting past that when you're in the cage. Does that make sense? And then our biggest thing we take pretty seriously, we don't want you to hand the axe off to another player. Just put it in the box in between turns. They're not razor sharp, they are sharp weekly, so be careful with that. Your scoring's pretty basic. It's 1, 2, 3, 4 bullseye. The bullseye is going to be 6 points. And the 2 black dots up top are your kill shots. So those are worth 10 points, but you have to call them out before you throw. So it's like an all or nothing deal.
So what do you mean kill shot? Or what does that mean exactly?
Just the 2 black dots, that's just what we call them.
That's just
that's our name. They're black dots. That's kind of what we call them. I'll respray your bullseye when I'm done so it's more dominant. That's always an issue. For your throwing then, you can either do a 2-handed throw or single-handed. For the 2-handed, I like my dominant on top, but you don't have to do that. But you do want to come all the way over your head, right over your shoulder blades, and you want to step with your opposite leg. So I'm right-handed, I'll step with my left.
Your left leg
Step.
with your right.
As you take your step, bring the axe over your head so you're doing one motion. One-handed's very similar. Just bring it all the way back, take your same step, and release. Kind of releasing your line of sight, so if you were to leave your hand out, you're going to point at the bullseye, kind of, if that makes sense. Kind of like watch the ball in baseball, kind of watch the bullseye, help you aim. And then one thing with the one-handed, before I show you, everybody really wants to wind up and come out sideways like baseball.
Yeah, I can see that.
Don't do that.
I can see that going.
It's going to cause the axe to hit flat-sided. It's just not going to work right. So just kind of keep this really nice and straight. And you really want to lock your wrist, if that makes sense, so it can't do that. This is our standard axe. It's our heaviest, but it's not like heavy at all. This one is lighter, but it's gonna rotate faster because it's top heavy. So you guys can choose to do either one you want. I just brought them because I like this one better. I will demonstrate both throws, and then I will leave you alone.
Whoa!
And then when we're taking the axe out, just go up and down. Don't go side to side. I'll show you one here. So one thing that we do for scoring is how that cut that line. And you gotta round up to the higher number.
You do, so that'll be a 4.
You gotta round up. And then these 3 lines are just like distances for us. So I'll start you right here. And then move you kind of from there. That's how it's working. Questions?
Not yet.
And then I also we have a sheet of some games. You guys can kind of flip through and see what you want to play. It'll explain them.
Okay, we've chosen our weapon.
I'm ready.
Okay.
See if I can nurse myself.
Well, I did, so.
See? Right.
It's a lot harder than it looks.
Okay, there's the target. Cheryl prepares for the shot. Let's she make it. Will she hit me with the axe? Whoa, she got almost a bullseye.
This is a mural in the downtown area, and we went to the Tallgrass Brewing Company, and they do some really interesting brews. As you can see, Yabba Dabba brew, which is what this is right here. The food is really good. They had some interesting spice on the fries. We couldn't figure out what it was, but it was very tasty. And this is the depot. We could see it out our window. And the next morning when we were getting ready to leave, we went to this little coffee house, and oh boy, this is really good stuff. On the way home, we decided to stop at Liquid Art Winery. Got a kick out of the sign. This place is really, really good. The wine is very tasty. They also have ciders and stuff. This is actually the front porch when you come in. And he has some arbors all around. There's one in the back as well that have the grapevines. You can see it here. And this is just the view from the back patio. You can see some of the vineyard there. Since it's early in the season, you're not going to see too much as far as leaves growing on anything. But it is, as you can see, quite the view. And they have some mobiles and things in there that you can kind of watch the wind go. We sat kind of where Mark is going. We sat over on that side. They actually have chickens that wander in the vineyards, and they sell the eggs, and so free range. Wouldn't it be nice to be a chicken? Here's their label for the craft ciders, and here's some of the names of some of the ciders they have. I just loved the tap that they have with the piano here. It was just kind of fun, so I took a picture of that. Here's some of the artwork that they have around. There are different things around. This I included because it's quite the story. The gentleman that is one of the owners was blinded in an accident and lost his vision. And he can see now because of the surgery, but he developed this line, I guess, of wines and the labels, as you can see, as a story about what he experienced. And we were very impressed with what he had to say. But if you have some time, you should try Manhattan, Kansas. It's a nice little town.